Today's news. Azerbaijan National Statehood Party head Nemat Panalı arrested. Aynullah Fatulayev's compensations funds to be paid upon court order. Rejected NGOs hold meetings. Press conference held on protection of party chairman's rights. Transparency Azerbaijan presents Corruption Perception Index.
Yesterday, January 11th, the Nasimi District Court held a special hearing on citizen Eldar Raziyev's appeal against the Azerbaijan National Statehood Party chairman Nemat Panalı and his friend Ceyhun Farzulayev under Article 221.3, hooliganism committed with application of weapon or subjects of the Criminal Code. Panalı's lawyer Elchin Sadigov told Objective TV today. Judge Sayad Gafani chaired the hearing. Sadigov noted that Nasimi District Police Department Inspector Mushfiq Ali Mahmadov had filed a motion with the District Prosecutor's Office demanding pretrial detention. Nasimi District Prosecutor Agshin Ziyadov will submit a statement to the court after considering the motion. The judge sentenced both persons to 2 months of pretrial detention. Panalı and Farzulayev will be transferred to the Baku Investigative Prison. Although the hearing had been scheduled to be held at 2 p.m., the process was delayed until the evening hours and media representatives were not allowed to participate in the hearing. Azerbaijan National Statehood Party chairman Nemat Panalı was detained by plainclothes persons on January 8th and taken to the Nasimi District Police Office, number 21. The reason for his detention was citizen Eldar Raziyev's appeal to the police on January 7th. He said that he was beaten and cudgeled in Mirali Gashkai Street by Panalı and his friend Farzulayev. A criminal case has been launched against both persons under Article 221.3 of the Criminal Code. According to his supporters, Panalı was actually arrested for his critical opinions published in the press outlets, including the Nota PS, during and following the parliamentary elections. The International Bank Sabile District Branch representative told imprisoned journalist Aynullah Fatulayev's father, Emin Fatulayev, that they would not be able to pay the compensation funds, which were transferred to the journalist's suspended account by the Azerbaijani government. Emin Fatulayev told Objective TV today. According to him, he was told in the bank that the money cannot be removed from the account, which has been frozen. The employee of the bank's department on work with the people, Sehran Mahmadova, told Objective TV that a court order would be needed to open the account, and with that the funds can be paid. In 2007, Aynullah Fatulayev, editor-in-chief of Realni Azerbaijan and Gündelik Azerbaijan newspapers, was sentenced to 8.5 years in jail for threatening terrorism, amongst other charges. In July of this year, he was sentenced to an additional 2.5 years in prison by the Gardok District Court under charges of drug possession. The European Court of Human Rights has issued a final and absolute ruling for his innocence and has demanded his immediate release. The Azerbaijani Supreme Court plenum partially fulfilled the decision.
Rejected NGOs held meeting. On the 11th of January, the Coordination Network of Rejected NGOs held a meeting at the RFS Press Center. The chairman from the Union of Sustainable Development, Fikrat Jafarov, opened the event and stated that a number of NGOs, as well as his NGO, were not able to register with the Ministry of Justice. According to the chairman, each application to the ministry is rejected for different reasons. The head of the Society for Democratic Reforms, Oktay Galaliev, mentioned that there are many active NGOs in Azerbaijan which are not registered. According to statistics, 2,612 NGOs are registered in Azerbaijan, but few of them are active. There are also working NGOs that are not registered, said Gulaliev. Human rights defender Nasrullah Narulayev stated that the pro-government NGOs are registered, but the registration of independent NGOs and those that are critical to the government are rejected. The chairman of Television and Alternative Media Development Center, Rasul Jafarov, proposed to appeal to the court against the chairman of the Notary Public Department in the Ministry of Justice. The Notary Public Department's chairman, Mehman Sultanov, who is responsible for rejecting registration of NGOs, should be taken to court. Jafarov added that there should be changes made in legislation related to NGO registrations.
Today, January 11th, a press conference was held at the IRFS Press Center on the protection of the National Statehood Political Party chairman Nehmat Panalu's rights. Nehmat Panalu was arrested on January 8th. Deputy Editor-in-Chief of Nota PS newspaper Sardar Ali Beyli stated that the arrest of Panalu was related to his political activity and his sharp criticism in the press. He claimed that the party chairman's arrest is President Ilham Aliyev's personal initiative. According to one of Panalu's supporters, Rasim Ahmadov, Panalu had earlier been charged with hooliganism as well. Nehmat is a man who has served for the national liberation. His arrest under a hooliganism charge is morally wrong. As his friends and supporters, we shall use all legal methods to succeed in his release, said Ahmadov. Azerbaijan National Statehood Party chairman Nehmat Panalu was detained by plainclothes persons on January 8th and taken to Nasimi District Police Office No. 21. The reason for his detention was citizen Eldar Raziev's appeal to the police on January 7th. He said that he was beaten in Marile Gashgai Street by Panalu and his friend Jehun Farzalayev. A criminal case has been launched against both persons under Article 221.3 of the Criminal Code, hooliganism committed with the application of a weapon or subjects. According to his supporters, Panalu was actually arrested for his critical opinions published in the press outlets, including the Nota PS, during the parliamentary elections.
Transparency Azerbaijan presents Corruption Perception Index. Transparency Azerbaijan Anti-Corruption Public Union held a presentation on the Corruption Perception Index today, January 11th. The union representative Kanan Gasimov stated that the corruption level in the country is high and that Azerbaijan stood 134th with 2.4 points among 178 countries in 2010. According to Gasimov, the Corruption Perception Index project, established by Transparency International, of which Transparency Azerbaijan is an affiliate, lists the countries based on corruption reports on public servants and public figures. This index is described as the assessment of administrative and political corruption. In this system, a score of 10 means that there is no corruption, and a score of 0 indicates a high level of corruption. When establishing the corruption notion, the Corruption Perception Index draws attention to the corruption in the public sector and defines corruption as abuse of power for personal interest, Gasimov said.